Hello everyone, this is Katie from Linguistico and I'd like to welcome you to class. Today we are going to listen to the song Elastic Heart from Sia, which is one of the most popular pop songs at the moment. Listening to songs is a great way to practice your listening skills, and discussing them is a fun way to practice speaking. So we're going to first listen to the song and see what words we can hear. So this will test your listening. Then, after we listen to the song, we'll discuss the meaning of the song. So what does the song mean, and what do specific portions of the song mean? Everyone has their own interpretation of the song and the music video, so it's an excellent discussion topic. All right, so let's get started. We'll see if anyone signs into class. There should be about 4 people here, so they might just be running a little bit late. We'll see if they come in shortly. But like I said, this song is very popular, and the music video is a little bit controversial. So if we have time at the end of class, we can discuss the music video and what it means and what some of the things in the music video symbolize. All right, so we'll see if anyone shows up so that we can start this class. This is a discussion class. This will mostly work with listening and speaking, but mostly speaking since we're going to be discussing the song and the meanings of it. And I would say that this lesson is best suited for students who are at an advanced level of English or at least high intermediate, because the song is very symbolic. So it might be a little bit hard to understand if your English level is lower, but we welcome all English levels to this course. So but it's probably most suited for advanced students so that they can talk about the symbolism behind the lyrics. But don't let that intimidate you if you still want to participate. Okay, so we'll see if anyone joins class. Okay, I see we have someone here. Igor, can you hear me?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Igor. How are you?
I'm fine. Thanks for asking. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. Did you hear the intro to the class, Igor?
No, I haven't.
Okay. This class we're going to listen to the song Elastic Heart from Sia. Have you heard this song before?
Never heard about it.
You've never heard about it? Okay. In the United States, it's a very popular song. And so what we're going to do in this class is we're going to first listen to the song and see what we can hear. And then we're going to discuss the meaning of the song because it's a very symbolic song. So we'll talk about the meaning behind some of the verses. Okay?
Okay, well, it sounds really difficult.
It sounds really difficult. No, don't be intimidated. I'll walk you through each step, so it shouldn't be too difficult. We'll discuss, we'll have a lot of conversation. And,
Trust you.
sorry, what was that?
I'm going to trust you.
Okay, good. And one thing, too, to keep in mind is that whenever you're talking about the meaning of a song or something like that, everyone has their own interpretation. So you might think that it means one thing, and someone else might think it means something different. And neither is wrong. You know, no one is ever wrong when they talk about their interpretations. And Igor, where are you from?
I'm from Russia.
Just out of curiosity. From Russia. Okay, very nice. Nice to meet you. We'll see if anyone else shows up. Sorry, what was that, Igor?
I said nice to meet you too.
Thank you. We'll give about 1 more minute and see if anyone else attends the class. I think we had some other people signed up, but they might be a little late. Let's see. And you said you've never heard of the song, Igor. Have you heard of the artist Sia?
Same thing. Never heard about it.
Never heard of her. No, she's from Australia. She's the person who sings this song. Um, and like I said, the song is popular in the United States, but it wasn't very popular before. Before this song, no one really knew
Does
who
she
the
have
artist was.
Aussie? Sorry, does she have Aussie accent?
Right? You can't really hear the accent too much when she sings, but when you listen to her interviews, you can hear the Australian accent.
That's something that makes it even more complicated.
Oh, right. Do you think that the Australian accent is harder to understand than the American accent?
Well, at least for me, yeah.
Right.
It's like they have some weird mix between British accent and their own accent. I don't know.
Right.
Really.
Right. Exactly. They do have some British vocabulary in their accent. I know it's even hard for me sometimes to understand an Australian accent. I have a friend from Australia, and sometimes I'm like, what was that?
Well, Irish people beat everybody here.
Oh, right, yes. I think it's hard to, or Scottish. Irish or Scottish, I think, are difficult to understand.
Yeah.
Hmm. Right. So, Igor, we'll just get started since no one else has showed up. So, I have a PowerPoint that I'll show you. Let me bring it up. Let me see. I'm going to screen share. Um, okay, so this should be the entire screen. Let me see. Okay, so like I said, the video that we're going to be talking about is the music video for Elastic Heart from Sia. And you said you didn't know much about Sia, but she's from Australia. So like you said, she probably has a difficult accent, right? Can you see the picture, Igor?
Yeah, I can see the picture. It's right
Okay,
in.
I just wanted to. So she's 39 years old. And one thing is that her personal life has been difficult. So she's had a lot of problems in her personal life that show up in her songs.
I see.
Hmm. And one interesting thing about Sia, too, is that when she gives interviews or when she is talking to the public, she always faces away from the camera. So, for example, the person might be here, but she's facing so that you cannot see her face.
Oh, that's strange.
It is strange. Why do you think she might do that? Why she doesn't show her face?
Maybe a part of her image.
Hmm. Exactly. It might be part of her image. Can you think of any other reasons why she might not show her face?
I don't know. She's trying to be extravagant or something like that.
Right. Maybe just to be kind of strange, right? Because something that's strange calls a lot of attention.
Yeah,
Um,
unusually weird.
right. Right. So, like for example, with Lady Gaga, she was kind of weird, but a lot of people thought that she was interesting. So maybe she does it to be interesting. Um,
What's the word for people who are weird but kind of interesting? Eccentric or something?
oh yes, that's a very good vocabulary word, eccentric. Right, and I'll write that down for you in chat too once I exit out of this PowerPoint. Eccentric. Right. So someone who's eccentric, they're weird, but they're also interesting or intelligent.
Uh,
Right. So Sia might be a little bit eccentric, but who do you think is an eccentric artist or singer? Does
well,
anyone come to mind?
as you mentioned, Lady Gaga, she's kind
Right.
of really eccentric, and
Mhm.
maybe Tom Cruise as an actor, he's kind of eccentric too. Joins
He
the
is a
cult.
what? Oh, wait, what are some of the things that he does that makes him eccentric?
Well, he joined the cult.
Oh, right. Right. That's kind of a difficult topic right, with his religion and everything. And then Lady Gaga, what makes her eccentric?
Well, her dressing, her
Hmm.
outfits. She always chooses some kind of weird outfits and always looks kind of weird.
Right,
In
exactly. Right, so she always has these kind of strange outfits, like the one that was made out of meat. Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
Right. So Sia is kind of like that a little bit. She is a little bit eccentric, but not as, um, but not as eccentric as Lady Gaga, I think. But her hair is kind of a trademark. Do you know what trademark means?
Like her distinguishing thing. I don't know.
Exactly. Right. So a trademark is something like a distinguishing feature, right? So if someone is known for their hair or their glasses, that's their trademark. So she's her trademark is her hair, and sometimes now she wears a wig, and her hair is always over her eyes. So if she's giving an interview, you can't see her eyes because her hair is always covering
So
that.
what she do? Just turns around her wig or something?
I'm not sure what she does, but but yeah, it's a little strange. I thought maybe one reason she does it is because she wants to be known for her music rather than her appearance.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe she's just trying to stick out.
Right, or she might be trying to stick out. It could be either. Or maybe she's shy in front of the camera. We don't really know.
Well, she's a singer.
Right. But sometimes people who are singers are shy too. It kind of depends. And how old is she? Do you see on the page?
39.
Right, 39. So do you think that's young or older in the music world?
Well, I think it's kind of late for music endeavors, for show business.
Right, because most of the singers, what age are they?
Yeah, most of the singers are really, really young, like fledgling birds, let's say.
Mhm. Right, so a lot of them are really young, like in their 20s, right?
Yeah.
Right, so she's a little bit older, and that may be another reason why she covers her face, because, for example, I never knew that she was almost 40. But yeah, so I don't know. But there's some vocabulary before we listen to the song, because this song is good for some American idioms, because it talks a lot about some phrases that we use in American English. So have you heard the phrase "bite the dust" before?
Bite the dust. No.
No. Do you know the band Queen?
Well, yeah, I've heard about it.
The rock band?
Yeah.
Yeah. They actually have a song called Another One Bites the Dust.
It's about some futile thing you do.
Sorry, I didn't hear you very well. What did you say?
Is it about a futile thing you do? Like you do something in vain or something like that?
It could be that. But the meaning that it had in the song is like, for example, in Queen's song, if someone bites the dust, excuse me, it means that they go away or they die. Like they disappear. They
Yes.
bite the dust. Mhm. And this isn't a phrase we use a lot, but it was used in another song, and so it's used in this song as well. And then, right, so if someone bites the dust, what do they do?
Disappear.
Right, disappear, go away.
Perish.
Right. Or sometimes it can mean like to fail something, but in the context of the song, it's to go away. And then let's see, this picture right here, thick skin. Have you ever heard this expression that someone has thick skin?
Well, I think I have. So
Okay.
I think it's about when somebody is not, offended easily, like they
Right.
take a lot.
Right, that was an excellent explanation. So if someone has thick skin, it means that they're not offended easily. So you can give them lots of criticism. Like, for example, that wasn't very good. I think you can do better. And instead of crying about it, someone who has thick skin, they don't let it get to them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And excuse me, would you say that you have thick skin or not so much?
Well, I think I have thick skin, really thick skin, and kind of thick skull. So,
And a thick skull. So you have a thick skin and a thick skull.
yeah.
So you don't let things get to you. You don't let yourself be sad by other people's comments. And then if you have a thick skull, you're very stubborn.
Yeah,
So you're very
that sounds about right.
Okay, so very good. So right, we have that with some different expressions like thick skin and thick skull. Another word that's in the song is conquer. Have you heard of the word conquer?
Well, I know it's like when you conquer a country.
Exactly, right. So like to win a battle or something like that. And this is a knife, but do you know what this part is called here? The metal part?
Razor,
You
blade.
see the blade, right. Exactly. Because that's another word that's going to show up in the song is blade. Okay. And then this right here, these are pants. But do you know what it's called on the very top, the stretchy material?
No,
No, this is elastic.
elastic.
Right. So elastic is a type of material that's used a lot with clothing, and it stretches. Right. So, for example, a lot of women who are pregnant, they will use pants with an elastic waistband because it stretches.
Yeah, I see.
Hmm. And right. So elastic stretches. So why do you think the song might be called Elastic Heart? What do you think that might mean?
Heart that takes a lot of love.
Right. Okay. So it could be a heart that takes a lot of love. Can you think of anything else, maybe?
Hmm, I don't know, maybe a heart that has thick skin.
Okay. Right. So like a heart that has thick skin, like it takes a lot of beating and a lot of like it supports a lot of things and it stretches, so it's flexible. Okay. Right. So those are good explanations of the title of the song. And then what is this right here?
What is it? I don't even know.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see. These are called rubber. Do you know the last word?
Rubber things, rubber raisins. I don't know.
These are rubber bands.
Rubber bands.
Rubber bands. Right. So these are used when we want to tie something. Sometimes they are used in hair. Usually not though. And then what does a rubber band do when you pull it apart?
Breaks.
Right, it breaks. But usually it stretches a little bit. Like it stretches, and then if you pull it too far, what does it do?
Breaks apart.
Right, it breaks apart. Okay. And then these are
Well, these are weapons.
weapons, right? That's another word that's in the song. And this one right here is a red flag. But have you ever heard of someone in English saying that something is a red flag?
Well, I heard red tape, but not red flag.
Okay, that's another good expression, red tape. Like if something is very bureaucratic, and
Yeah.
there are a lot, then there's a lot of red tape. A red flag is different. A red flag is like if there's a warning sign, if something doesn't seem right. So I could say, well, for example, my boyfriend hasn't called me in so long. It's kind of a red flag. Or
So it's a warning.
a warning, right? Kind of like a warning that something isn't right with the situation. Something that's...
May I ask a question?
Go ahead.
We have a similar thing here, but with a white flag. It's like when you surrender, you pull up a white flag. Do you have anything like this in English?
We actually do. We have the exact same expression. Oh, sorry, there's some feed. Sorry, can you hear me okay?
You kind of cut off for a bit.
Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, there's some some repetition. But we have the same expression in English, actually. If something is, like, we can say we show the white flag, or we pull out the white flag, which also means that we surrender.
I see. So it's, I'll try to remember that.
Right, because we have the red flag and the white flag.
A lot of flags.
So, right. So in Russia, you have the same expression with the white flag?
Yes.
Okay. Right. So we have that expression as well, but if something's a red flag, it's a warning. Okay. So just to practice some of this vocabulary, we could say, I want you to help me fill in the sentences with the vocabulary words that we had. So I wanted to be able to blank my, oh, that should be addiction, not addition, sorry. My addiction to ice cream, but it's just too delicious. Which one of vocab words would be the best?
Give up.
Sorry. Can you, I want you to, sorry.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
I'm kind of difficult to hear you.
Right, sorry, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, yeah, there's some technical difficulties going on. What I want you to do is to put one of these vocabulary words into these sentences.
Okay. Bite the dust.
See, that one would probably be better for a different sentence. The second one would be bite the dust. Bite the dust can also mean to fall. So like to fall or to disappear, to go away.
To conquer my addiction. Yes.
Exactly. And then what about this one down here? My boyfriend hasn't called me in 3 days. I think it's a
red flag.
A red flag. Excellent. Whenever I eat a lot, I wear pants with an
elastic waistband.
Right, exactly. In life, you have to learn to have blank.
To have thick skin.
Excellent. Right, to have thick skin. I need a blank to tie my pencils together.
Rubber band.
And then the last one, many blank are used to fight a war.
Many weapons.
Many weapons. Excellent. Okay, so I'm going to put this back on. Okay. Yeah, sorry about the sound. Right, there's an echo. So now I'm going to pull up YouTube, and I'm also going to share a Google Doc with you. Okay, so the Google Doc are the lyrics of the song, and there are some blanks, so that way you can hear and fill them out. Okay. So let me know if you can open that. Okay, excellent. Okay, in this music video, let me see if this will play. Oops, sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, sorry. Sometimes I don't know. This music video is a little bit controversial because it shows two people dancing, and like when people are dancing, they wear clothes for dancing that might not cover a lot. So let's see.
Okay.
Great. Because a lot, right? Because most people think that this video is okay, but if you ever feel uncomfortable with it and you want me to stop the video, just tell me. Because this video is a little controversial because it shows a younger girl who's dancing with an older man, and we can talk about that a little bit at the end of class too, because it's been very controversial. But let's see. Okay, and while you're listening to the song, you can look at the lyrics and see if you can hear the words that that they're putting in.
Okay.
Let's see.
Sorry, what do I click to listen to the song? I don't hear you.
Oh, sorry. I'm trying to put that on YouTube right now. I'm usually able to just play the song, but
I see. Ah,
but
you wanna?
Let's see if this works.
Give me the link, I think.
Right. Let's see. Right. If it doesn't work, we can just bring it up in another window in YouTube. But usually this application works. I'm not quite sure why it's not working today. Let's see. Let's see. I can give you the link for it. Oops. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm just having a lot of technical problems today.
Ah, that's no problem.
Give me one reason why I should never leave.
Oops, sorry about that. See, I'll just put the. Oops. Let's see. Let me just write it here really fast. There we go. Okay, so that's the link for the video. I'm not sure why it's not letting me play it here.
That's Google. They have problems.
Right? I need to Google, why can't I play this in? Let's see. Okay, so if you want to, you can open that up in another window and view it, and listen to the lyrics and see if you can fill in the blanks.
Okay, I'm doing so now.
Okay, and I'll try to see if I can figure out how to fix YouTube. Sorry about that, Igor. My computer shut down by accident. Are you still there?
Sorry, I'm still listening.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry, keep listening.
It's about 2 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, I heard all the lyrics, so okay.
Okay. All right. So if you scroll down in that document that I shared with you, or sorry, actually, just I see where you're at right now. Okay, so we'll just go through the lyrics first to see if you could hear some of the words that she said. Sometimes her singing style, though, it makes it difficult to hear some of what she says, just from how she sings.
Yeah.
The first blank, what do you think that is?
I think
Oh, why can I not?
conquer.
Excellent. So you can go ahead and type that in. And the next one wanted to fight this war without.
I forgot. I remember that. I don't know. I forgot what she said.
What do you think would be a word that makes sense in here? I want to fight this war without.
Love.
Without love? Well, it's one of our vocabulary words. Let me pull it up really fast. Right, this would be easier if I could get YouTube to work, but wanted to fight this war without.
Knife.
How about weapons?
Without weapons, yeah.
Weapons, right.
Well,
right. If I were able to.
Knife is a weapon.
Right. Right. So wanted to fight this war without weapons. Let me see. And then the next blank, what would that be?
I want to bet somewhere flat. I want to bite the dust. Yeah, let's be clear. I'll trust no one, I think.
Excellent. Great. So you can go ahead and type that in. I'll trust no one.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what I've heard.
Right. I know. I wish I could put the YouTube video up. I'm not sure why Google Hangouts isn't letting me, because that would be so much easier, so that we could both hear it. But
Yeah, that's no problem.
right, but it's not cooperating.
Yeah,
And then the next one.
You did not break me. I'm still fighting for us. For my life, I think. Hello, can you hear me? I don't hear you.
Sorry. Now I can hear you. I'm still fighting for. Let's try peace.
For peace. Okay, sounds okay.
Right. I'm trying to see if only the video would play.
Yeah.
No, I'm still not playing. No, it's not working. Okay. Then the next one, well, I've got blank skin. I'm like a rubber band. Until you pulse too hard, I may.
Break. I don't know.
Right. Yeah, I may break.
And move fast.
But you won't see me fall.
Fall. I don't know. It makes sense for me without anything.
Right. This is kind of weird because it's a phrasal verb. So we would say fall.
Fall apart.
Right. Excellent. Very good. So fall apart. Right. Because in English we say that if you fall apart, just like you can't. Like your emotions get to you and you just fall apart. And
yeah, English is phrasal verbs.
right. Right, phrasal verbs I know can be tricky. I think I have a class coming up on some phrasal verbs too. Right, because I know that those are tricky. Right, so fall apart. So I won't fall apart. And then down here, do you remember? I know that I can.
Okay, I will stop for the night. Let me clear. I won't close my eyes, and I know that I can survive.
Excellent. So you can go ahead and type that in.
Wait, it's not. My cursor was not there. So, like.
Excellent. And then this one, I want my life so bad. It's hard to lose.
Chosen one. I remember this one. Chosen one.
Okay, and then you did not
break.
Excellent. Right, you did not. Oh, it was underneath too. Oops. Right, so you did not break me. I'm still fighting for peace.
Yeah.
And before we get into talking about the meaning of the song, what were some of your impressions of the song? Did you like it? Did you think it was strange?
Well, the video was strange, as you mentioned, but I think it's okay. There is no real thing here, and the lyrics. I think the lyrics are nice, and her voice is nice. So I think it's a strong song. Yeah, it's a solid song. Maybe solid would be a better word.
Right, solid. That's a good word. Like it's solid. It's good. It's adequate.
Yeah.
And that's it. Right, I'm kind of with you on that. Like, I think that the lyrics are good, and I like her voice. Did you like the video, even though it was strange, or do you not like the video?
Well, I think the video, it's kind of symbolic to what she's singing. So it's some kind of a struggle, and we can also see this struggle in the video. So maybe it's okay, but I wouldn't approve exactly of the choice of actors.
Right, exactly.
Maybe if you're a woman and a man, maybe it would be much less controversial.
Right.
But I suppose it's not a big deal, really. Just a little bit something to think about.
Right, and we can actually talk about that too after we look at the lyrics and see the meaning behind the song, because the video, like you said, it's very symbolic, but it is controversial because there is a younger girl dancing with an older man, so that was kind of controversial, but like you said, the video is really symbolic. So if you scroll down on the Google Docs to the next page. This just kind of breaks the lyrics up by section so that we can look at each piece. But before we do that, what do you think was the general theme of the song or the meaning? What do you think she's singing about?
Well, the general meaning is that she's been struggling, but she's still, she's still in control, so she can still win this fight.
Excellent, right, and I think that's a big focus of the song. How she's really struggling, and but she's still winning the fight.
It reminded me of a sound from Pink, and kind of had the same thing,
Right, it is kind of like her style because Pink is very. She talks a lot about like inner struggle and being rebellious.
Yeah.
Right, so it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, it's also, in the video from Pink, in the video clip, I think, the right word. So it was also a dance between her and the man. So kind of really like this. Some kind of plagiat, maybe.
So the videos were similar too, then.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, so it is kind of like her videos and her style. And you said that it's like a struggle. And how do you think that was shown in the music video, that there's this struggle that the singer is feeling?
Well, I don't know. Maybe some kind of convulsions. I don't know. Never
right,
really know.
The dancer, she's kind of having these convulsions. Like it looks like they're not like graceful movements. They're very...
Yeah, it's like they were dancing erratically.
Right, so it's like they're wrestling. And where are they at the beginning of the music video?
In a cage.
Right, in a cage. And do you think that's symbolic of something?
Well, yeah, when you're in the cage, it's like also symbolic to, to the fact that the girl was able to get out of this cage in the final minutes of the video. So, it's like
Mhm.
she already won.
Right. Because like when you're in a cage, how do you feel? Do you feel free when you're inside of a cage or not
Well, if
really?
you really feel constrained, it's like you're an animal put on the leash.
Right, exactly. Right, so you feel kind of trapped. And I just want to say hello, Ben. We're just talking about the song Elastic Heart. I'll give you the YouTube link to look at it. We're just discussing the lyrics right now. So if you haven't heard it, you might want to listen to it. Can you hear me though, Ben? Maybe. Let's see. Hopefully he can hear me. But good observation though, Igor. Like it's like you're an animal, right?
By the way, I said get out of the cage, but wouldn't it be better to say break away from the cage, like with the prison? I don't know.
You could say she escaped the cage. She got out of the cage. She broke out would be another phrasal verb you could use. She broke out of the cage. She broke out of the cage. Yeah, you could say that. Escape. She broke out. Yeah, you could say both of those expressions. Got out is probably the most common and most conversational.
Yeah, it's kind of the easiest one.
Right. Let's see. And let me just repost those lyrics too. That way Ben can look at them. Okay, so Ben, if you want to look at the lyrics to the song, you can go to this Google Doc, and that's what we are looking at right now. Okay. So like you said, you think the main idea of the song is like this struggle, and who do you think this struggle is with? Do you think it's with another person? Do you think it's with herself? What do you think?
Well, I think it's kind of both.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like she lost her chosen one, so she has a struggle with her feelings. So it's kind of it relates both to the guy, or I don't know, significant other or something, and to herself. So she has both. I don't know, in both departments.
Right. That's one thing that's interesting about this song too is that it has a lot of ambiguity. Have you heard that word before?
Yeah. When you can take something a lot of ways, a lot of different ways.
Right, exactly. So like if we look at the lyrics, it says, oh, I forget where it's at. It's hard to lose a chosen one. Like you said, chosen one could be a lot of different people. It could be a boyfriend or maybe like a version of herself.
Yeah.
So it has a lot of meanings. So I thought just to kind of discuss the song, we can look at the different pieces now and just kind of put into normal words what they're trying to say. So the first section, and another one bites the dust, oh, why can I not conquer love? What do you think that part means? What is that talking about?
Well, I think that another of her boyfriends or just got away from her.
Uh-huh. Right, so maybe her boyfriend and herself, they broke up.
Yeah.
Right. So that's probably what we could think. Like so, Sia, who's the person who sings the song, we could say Sia and her boyfriend broke up. And then this part, and I might have thought that we were one, wanted to fight this war without weapons. What do you think that's talking about right there?
Well, the first line is clear, so she thought they were together, but they're not now, and want to fight this war without weapons. So it's kind of, I think maybe it means that their idea of being together was futile from the very beginning, something like that.
Okay, that's a good analysis. Right, so maybe it was futile, it didn't work. And then weapons too, like if you want to fight a war without weapons, you want it to be like peaceful, Right. So, how do you think that maybe what did she think her relationship was going to be like? Do you think she thought it was going to be peaceful and it would work?
Well, I just think she thought that it was doomed to failure because, fighting a war without weapons, it's like, I don't know, trying to eat without mouth.
Right. That's true. It is kind of hard to fight without weapons. That's a good point. Right. So you might think that it means like things were futile. When I heard this, I kind of thought like they wanted to fight clean. Like they wanted to, sometimes partners get into fights, but they're not terrible, terrible fights. So when I thought
it was an information war.
Right. So so maybe she was thinking like she didn't want to fight, she didn't want to have to bring out weapons to fight. Like she didn't want it to get that bad. But like I said, like it's a song, so it has a lot of different interpretations. So any of them are valid. And then the next paragraph, I wanted it so bad, but there were so many red flags. And then since we talked about our vocabulary, what does that mean? Like I wanted it so bad, but there were so many red flags.
So she wanted it really bad, but she saw these warnings, but she didn't trust them.
Right, exactly. And we say that a lot too when things go wrong. We say, oh, there were so many red flags that I didn't see. So people usually think about them in hindsight. They're like, oh, yeah, that happened.
So, this worries theory really proves my point that she thinks that her relationship was doomed to failure.
Right, so you think that she she thought from the start her relationship was just doomed to fail.
Yeah, it's like, but she still took the chance,
No, that makes sense. I didn't think of that, but that's a good point because she wanted to fight a war, so maybe she knew it was not going to work from the start, but she didn't want to be violent with it.
Yeah.
I see how you thought about that. It might be true too. That's an interesting perspective. Right. So maybe she thought it was not going to work from the start, and there are a lot of warning signs. What about the next one? Another one bites. This is kind of self-explanatory, but another one bites the dust. Let's be clear. I'll trust no one.
Oh, fine. I see. Like she's talking about future thing. Like another one is gone, and I will not trust anyone any longer. I don't know.
Right, exactly. Right, so like another lover or another boyfriend is gone, and I'm not going to trust anyone from now on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then, but you didn't break me. I'm still fighting for peace. That's kind of self-explanatory.
Right.
And then
she will still just say she will still try to find her love.
Right. So like something was hard, but it didn't destroy her. It didn't break her, and she'll still try to find comfort. And then the chorus is when we kind of start getting into more of the symbolic language. So what do you think? Oh, sorry, this one. I've got thick skin and elastic heart.
Well, I think my first guess at the meaning of the elastic heart was right. So it's heart that can really get bigger and bigger and take more and more feelings and do not break.
Right, exactly. Right, because elastic, it stretches, so it can take more and more and more, and maybe it's talking about feelings, or maybe it's talking about hardship or heartache, that it can stretch and stretch and stretch. And then we said thick skin was, what was that again? If someone has thick skin.
They can take a lot of criticism without any problem.
Right. So how do you think her partner treated her? Do you think he treated her good and that everything was great, or what do you think happened?
Well, she's a woman. She may think that she was, kind of bad to her, but he may think that she was good he was good to her. So, but she clearly thinks that he wasn't really good to her.
Right. Right, exactly. So she, at least we don't know if that's true or not, but she thinks that he wasn't good for her. And then what about this line down here? But your blade might be too sharp.
So
if someone has a knife, it has the blade. But what do you? It's very symbolic. What do you?
I think blade represents all the bad things that the guy did to her, and it might be too sharp, so it might have hurt her much worse than she thought, or she wants to admit.
Right, excellent. That's a really good explanation. Right, so like her blade, the blade is too sharp, so it hurt her. It cut her a lot more than what she thought. So
And
like,
just notice she didn't say it right away that it was too sharp. It might be too sharp, so she tries to to avoid here saying that it really hurt her.
right, right. So it's kind of like a roundabout way of saying that it hurt her, right? Because she doesn't want to say like, oh, this hurt me, but to say it in other words, so it's not as obvious. And then this one right here, I'm like a rubber band, but if you pull too hard, I may snap, and I move fast. So
it's all about what we were talking a little bit earlier. So like she can take a lot of things until the point when she takes one too many bad things.
right, exactly. So like a rubber band, it stretches and stretches and stretches, but if you put too much pressure on it, then it breaks. So she's saying maybe that's what happened in her relationship. Like she took a lot of stuff, but there was just too much pressure, and it broke. Okay. And then let's see. These are kind of repeats. Let's see. I'll stay up through night. Let's be clear. Won't close my eyes.
I see this like the dawn will come, So maybe I will just live through these all bad things that happened to me. And I won't close my eyes. I will experience everything of that, and when the dawn comes, everything is gonna be much better than it was before.
Right, excellent. I really like your explanations, Igor. Right, so and what does darkness usually symbolize or represent?
Bad things,
Right, yeah, so like the bad things, hard times. So so she's saying she's not going to just close her eyes to the bad. She's going to live through it, but she'll make it out. And then that's kind of continued in the next phrase too. And I know I'll survive. I'll walk through fire to save my life.
Yeah, the same thing.
Right, the same thing. And then the last paragraph too. It's pretty much just a repeat, but like we said, the chosen one that we were talking about, that it might mean like a boyfriend or a loved one, or someone who is special in her life. Right, but I really like your how you analyze the lyrics though, and how you explain them. That's really good.
I try.
Right. And so like I said, this is a really symbolic song too, and the music video kind of goes into that. So how could you see how the music video is tied in with the message of the song?
It was tied strongly.
Right.
It's like it's one of the rare video clips when what's happening on the screen really relates to what is being sung.
Right, exactly. Right, because some music videos have a completely different music video that doesn't really talk about the lyrics.
Yeah.
So like we said, in the beginning of the video, there's, well, first of all, who's in the music video? There are two people.
Yeah, a man and a girl.
Right, a man and a girl. And they're in a cage at the beginning of the music video. And who do you think these two people represent? Do you think they represent like a father and a daughter, or a boyfriend? Well, probably not a boyfriend and girlfriend, but like, you know what I mean? Who do you think the people represent?
Well, I still think it represents a girlfriend, a boyfriend, but I think, maybe the choice of a girl and a man is like, women are real. Sometimes women are really oppressed in the relationship. So, like, a man is really strong, but a girl, just a little girl, she's really kind of weak.
Right. So you
So
think
it's
that
maybe it's like she considers herself, really much weaker than this guy, maybe physically, but not mentally, I think.
Mhm. Right. So that might be one of the reasons that they picked a younger girl, is because she wants to show like a side of weakness, or how she feels. She might feel small. She might feel weak. And so that might be why she chose a younger person. And then throughout the video too, they're kind of fighting. And what happens at the end?
Well, at the end, the girl broke out of their cage.
Uh-huh.
So she's finally free, and she survived all the struggle. But the man is still in the cage.
Right. So what do you think that is trying to say? That, okay, the girl's out of the cage, but the man is still in there.
So it's like, I'm better than you, maybe I'm smaller than you, but I'm much stronger mentally.
Okay, right. So maybe that she's stronger mentally, like, I got out of this mess, but you're still in it.
Yeah.
Right, so that might be something. When I watched the video, I thought it was also between like about like a couple. But in another performance, she had a woman and a girl. And so some people thought it was a mother and a daughter. And it really depends too, because since you can have any interpretation, some people think it's like a father and a daughter fighting. Some people think it's a romantic relationship.
Well, I'd say, this song may be about the mother and a father and a daughter, but I'd say lyrics they hint more at, at a boyfriend and girlfriend relationship. Kind of.
Right. Right. So that's what a lot of people think. But one thing, I'll put a quote in chat. Sia actually said, because a lot of people were very angry about this video because the girl was younger and she was dancing with a man who's 28 years old. But she said, Sia, the person who sings the song, all I can say is Maddie, who's the girl, and Shia, who is the guy who's dancing, are two of the only actors I felt could play these two warring Sia self-states. So here she's saying these two warring Sia self-states. So she's actually saying that for her it didn't represent a relationship, but it represented two sides of herself.
Yeah, I see. So maybe this guy is not really a guy, but her feelings, how she felt about him.
Right, exactly. And so if these people are representing how she feels inside, what do you think the girl represents, and what do you think the guy represents?
Well, maybe like a guy like a strong feeling of, like, we all know that bad feelings really the strongest feelings. Like they really overwhelm us. They tend to do this, and your dignity, your self-awareness, anything like that, it's kind of, we don't really think much about it. So we can kind of put it on the background, put it like regard it as something small, not significant, but it's still something that really matters. So you can like a lot of people say that the most important thing is to be able to save your dignity. So maybe, but not a lot of people can do this because they don't really pay much attention to it.
Right. So maybe it was trying to show how she's trying to keep her dignity with her feelings, and at the end she escaped the cage. So like she still had her dignity. Another thing too is that in the past, Sia has struggled with drugs and things like that, and with mental illness as well. So some people thought that that one of the dancers represented like mental illness or addiction.
That might be just it.
Right. Could you see that though? Maybe how that could work as well.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Yeah. Can you see maybe how like one of the dancers represents like an internal struggle?
Yeah, I think it is an internal struggle.
Right. And right. So some people thought that like the cage was like Sia's mind, and that she's always having these conflicting feelings. Like these two dancers who are really like look like they're fighting are kind of like her feelings that are fighting inside her head.
Well, this is what's good about art. A lot of people can guess and try to speculate. But Sia, she knows exactly what she was singing about, but she doesn't tell.
Right. Exactly. Like that is the good thing about art is like I said, the song is so ambiguous. It has many different meanings. So one person can say, I think it's about a relationship, and one person can say, I think it's about mental illness, and no one's wrong because it's art.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. So just to kind of wrap up a little bit, let's see what I know you said that you like this song. Do you let's see? Do you think? I'm trying to think of what I can ask you to wrap up. Do you have any other comments about the song or the music video? Anything that you want to point out or that you thought was interesting?
I think we kind of used up everything I could say about this song.
Right, I think so too. And if you're interested in her other songs too, she has a popular song called Chandelier. Have you heard that song?
No.
No. You can look it up on YouTube, and it has the same dancer, the same girl, in this song. So this girl has gotten really famous from her songs.
What's with this Sia, this girl? I don't know.
This girl, she's actually from an American TV show called Dance Moms, which is like a show where American mothers put their children into dance competitions. And Sia actually saw this girl on the TV show, and she thought that she would be a good fit for her music video. So she used her in the first one.
So she employed her.
Right, she employed her. She hired her. And she's been on TV shows and everything like that too. Whenever Sia performs, she's usually dancing as well. And what did you think about the dancing? Did you like the dancing, or I know you said that it looked kind of.
As I said, I understand why a lot of people think the video was kind of controversial, but they do not kiss or they do not do really something that hints at their relationship. So it's kind of okay. I don't think it's such a big deal.
Right.
If you don't try to overthink it, it's okay.
Right, exactly. That's kind of what I thought too. That is more symbolic. That it's not talking about a girl, like a young girl and an older guy. That it's more symbolic of something different. That's what I thought too. Let's see, we're almost out of time, Igor, but let's see. But I want to thank you for listening to the song and for coming to class today. I know you said you hadn't heard the song before.
My pleasure. It was a really nice class. It was
I'm glad.
something to talk about.
Right. Right, and like I said, this song is so symbolic that you can have a lot of different discussions on it. So before I leave, I just want to remind you too, if you go to my profile on Linguistico, you can give me feedback, and I'll just show you that really fast. Oops. Having some technical difficulties. Right, so, oops, sorry about that. Let me, okay, so if you go onto my profile, if you scroll down to the very bottom part, you can give me feedback on the lesson, and that's just kind of helpful to let future students know and to let me know what you like in the class or how I can improve. And I also have a class coming up about phrasal verbs with the word come. because I know there are a lot of phrasal verbs in English, and that class is on Wednesday, February 6th, which would be, I can't remember what day that is, but on February 6th there's a class if you're interested in attending that. Or wait, tomorrow, is today?
I don't know. For me, it's the 5th of February.
Oh, right, let's see.
So maybe if you're in the US, it might be just the 4th for you.
Okay, right. Today is Monday. I have my days all mixed up. Right, so for you tomorrow, and for me in 2 days, I have a class about phrasal verbs. So if you're interested in that, you can sign up.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Igor. Thank you for coming. It was a nice class. All right, so hopefully I'll see you soon. And Ben, I'm not sure if you're still there, but thanks for coming to class too. All right, so I'll see you guys.
Bye.
Bye, Ben. Could you hear everything okay, Ben?
I heard a part of it.
Part of
I
it?
didn't
Okay.
know where you... Yeah, I don't know what you were talking. I guess it was a song, but...
Right, there was a song. Yeah, I tried to yeah, sorry. I tried to give you the link. Maybe it didn't show up. For the song in the chat box. Yeah, I'll give you the link. That way, if you want to look at the songs and the lyrics to kind of understand a little bit more what we talked about, let me just. Yeah, it's let's see, this song right here.
Okay.
So if you want to look at that song later, right, and just to see kind of what we talked about. But I do invite you to come to my future classes. I know, sorry, I tried to explain the best I could to you since you kind of came in at a different time, but hopefully you're able to follow some of it.
Yeah. I guess I have to see the video first.
Right. Okay. Well, I'll see you then. I have like I said, a class on Wednesday. If you want to come to that.
Yeah, I think I already signed up, but I hope I make it.
Okay. All right. Well, that sounds good. I'm gonna head off of here. But I hope to see you soon then, and to take care and have a nice night.
Okay, you too.
All right. Bye, Ben.